का अनुभव बड़ा निराला है। तुम्हारे साथ का अनुभव बड़ा निराला है। मिले न स्वर्ग में वो सुख लुटाने वाला है। तुम्हारे साथ का अनुभव बड़ा निराला है।
All the time giving to their subjects. So we had to be so much full with all the treasures from Baba. As much as we are full of treasures from Baba, we would be able to share with others. And Baba is giving us so many treasures. Which are the treasures we have now in Sangam Yuga? Which are the treasures that we have in Sangam Yuga? Knowledge, thoughts, time, what else? Powers and virtues. So if we have all these treasures, not only we will feel ourselves wealthy, or we will have no desires to get anything more, which means we will be content. Because if there are desires, we can't be content. So once I have achieved whatever I wanted to achieve from Baba, naturally I won't have any desires. And whatever I have received from Baba, I will be able to share with others. So materially we might be ordinary or even on a poor side. But because we have spiritual wealth, that intoxication and royalty will be there, that I got whatever I need, I'll be able to share with others. Who is worried? Who will be worried? Who will be worried? Because those who are not full, they will be worried. Because if we are not knowledgeful, we haven't imbibed knowledge in our practical life, then naturally we will be worried. Because Baba has given us knowledge.
देख कर जग वाले पर यकीन नहीं क्यों कर होगा। तुझे देख कर जग वाले पर यकीन नहीं क्यों कर होगा। जिसकी रचना इतनी सुंदर, वो कितना सुंदर होगा, वो कितना सुंदर।
Om Shanti. Transform the old sanskars and perform the dance of harmonizing sanskars. Finish the word why. When old sanskars emerge in the form of waste thoughts or sinful thoughts, then only one word emerges in your intellect. Why did this happen? With why, a queue of waste thoughts begins. Completion will only come after this queue has finished. Then that queue will begin. When the word why is removed, then you will be able to remain stable on the drama. Om Shanti. Welcome to Vyakti Parivar. Today's day 14. Transform the old sanskars and perform the dance of harmonizing sanskars. Today's topic: finish the word why. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. Yes. Okay, everyone. We have to be okay, right? Baba used to say, don't write me the details, just say I'm okay. Right? So we have to learn to say, I am okay. Happily, we should say we are okay. Why all this is happening? What is happening? What's going on? These are normal thoughts, right? But what Baba wants to explain us, if we don't want to waste our thoughts and remain unshakable, and so it is important not to have these questions. Firm faith, determined faith in drama. Drama, we were told, is like a brake in the car. And you will be surprised that brake is very important. When they check the car, they definitely first check is brake. And especially if you are driving very fast, you need brake. Otherwise, what happens? We lose, we won't have control. Control over thoughts, control over words, control over our sanskars. So to have control and all the qualities in each thought, that's what Baba is saying. I'm wondering if trying to bring Baba's Brahma Baba in front. Baba never questioned any scene of drama. I think that is why his effort was very easy. And his face was always sparkling. He always remembered that victory is our birthright. So whatever Baba did at Confluence Age, we all have to follow. Right? And Baba is talking a lot about old sanskars. The sign of old sanskar is why, what, and how. How do I know I have old sanskars? They emerge these thoughts. And Baba is calling them wasteful thoughts. So Baba is saying, when old sanskars emerge in the form of wasteful thoughts or even sinful thoughts, then only one word emerges in your intellect. Why did this happen? With why, a queue of waste thoughts begins. Perfection or completion will only come after this queue has finished. Then that queue will begin when the word why is removed. Then you will be able to remain stable in drama. For drama, we say it's perfect, it's accurate. The Baba says that even one fly from where it is going, flying, it will happen next kalpa again. Very many people get very confused. The mountain which is there will again and again, every kalpa, that same mountain will be there. So it's not only part in the drama, but everything else. So I think that most of the people have this question. Not only have question, but they find it hard to believe. How can same mountain? But I know that Mama was very, very strong in drama, very. And that is why they have power in their heart, thoughts. They had power. Baba, Mama, our daddies thought in the power is because they don't question drama. So if we want our thoughts to have all good qualities and powerful, then we also have to stop questioning drama. What is my part? What will happen? Baba says beneficial. They will be beneficial. So use some positive words. Drama we watch, but we also play in drama. Watching is important. Be detached observer. And playing is also important. And play accurately. So playing in the drama as the actor, watching also. So watching and playing together. And that's your part, right? You cannot play anyone's part. Focus on your part. We get distracted by part of others. But we have to remain firm in playing one's own part. Om Shanti.
Hello, Didi. Good evening.
Good evening, Bodivan.
Oh, is there never permission for why? Sometimes it feels like it's a shortcut, you know, and it's not that you're questioning the big drama, but something happens and you want to understand maybe why somebody was thinking the way they were thinking or why they did what they did. And so it's kind of like a quick way of getting an answer and hopefully stopping the thoughts. Is there ever permission?
Yeah, drama word is very powerful. So,
because otherwise, if you don't have an answer, then the thoughts can continue as maybe just by asking the question. And I would even say that many of us didn't get to Baba without asking the question why. It was because we questioned things that we actually came to Baba's door. And so I guess once we come, we should finish the questions, no?
But we also say whatever is happening is beneficial, no?
Yes.
If we think that way, then there won't be any questions. But we will say, let's see what's the benefit, right? So we get busy in a way to experience the benefit and see the benefit.
Also, I think, and you might be able to help with this one, that there can be a yukti-yukt way of asking why. I was remembering how Mama would sometimes do. She wouldn't say, why did you do that? But she would say, oh, you're very clever. You really have a good intellect. And then the person would have the awareness, oh, I must have done something. So Mama didn't actually say, why did you do this?
No, never.
Yeah. And so what's the yukti-yukt way of asking why without it being an accusation? Because sometimes the why, when you ask other people, you're accusing them of something. And so how to ask in a royal way without it feeling like they're being accused.
This is the right way. Maybe it should have been done this way. Baba tells us all the right ways. Somewhere bringing the teachings, teachings. Talk about the teachings, not say why.
Okay.
Why you did it. Because recently Baba had been saying, you cannot blame anyone.
Right.
It's their part they are playing.
Yes.
So we cannot use the words where you're really blaming someone.
Yeah.
It's against Baba Shrimad, right?
Yeah.
You say it in a way that you did very well, and but maybe we could try this way, try this method, give some kind of good suggestions to that person.
Yeah. And yesterday Baba had mentioned Anand Kishore, and he'd mentioned Vishwa Kishore, and he referenced them because of them being brothers, but that they were there from the beginning. And I don't hear much being said about them. Of course, Anand Kishore was there in my day, but Vishwa Kishore. So in terms of specialities or whatever, did you have much interaction with them, or what did you see as their specialities? And was Anand Kishore, was he in Madhaban the whole time? Because I only knew him as a Madhaban resident.
Both had different roles. Even third one is
Vishwaratan Dada.
Vishwaratan Dada and Chandras Dada.
And Chandras, yeah, we were remembering him yesterday.
Vishwa Kishore Bhau was Baba's right hand in the sense of understanding what are the directions. And he was very, very pakka in following Srimad Maryadas, very. And whatever signal Baba will give, he will get it done. Like someone who can understand what Baba's intentions or what Baba's feelings. And so he was one of that. But Anand Kishore was more for official communication and, serving with the outside world, get things done for Yagya. And Vishwaratan definitely was more on also, he slept where? In the office.
Yeah, in the office, yeah.
Yeah. And he was like taking care of, protector of Yagya. And Chandras Dada was mainly involved in construction.
Right. Although it's his voice you hear, when you used to play the cassettes.
Yeah.
It would be his voice you would hear. Yeah. And so maybe not Chandras Dada, but both Anand Kishore and Vishwaratan Dada were actually related to Brahma Baba, right?
Yeah, Vishwa Kishore was Baba's brother's son. No? Yeah, but relationship. Yeah, with Brahma Baba.
He was his nephew. And Anand Kishore also was related. Maybe, I don't know whether through marriage.
This one was very near one.
But that's, amazing when you think about it, when, like, as you were describing Vishwa Ratan Dada, that, that he was so firm on Srimat and disciplines and everything else, to sort of go from a completely Laukic relationship, with your uncle or something, to then acknowledging that your uncle is God's instrument. That's not a small thing, is it?
I think when Baba got the message, then whole family heard. And some they wanted to follow Brahma Baba. And Vishwa Kishore was, and his wife, Santri Dadi. Both were very close, and they accepted fully to follow the life of Baba, Srimad. So, and then he surrendered, both of them came to Baba, and she used to go in trance. She was Baba's personal trance messenger. She will take message, bring message back and forth. And mostly she traveled with Baba. She stayed near Baba so that she can bring the messages. So that is our part.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
You didn't know? Because
no,
then
I didn't remember that it was Santri Daddy that did that for Baba.
Even whatever he need to check out, he will do through Santri Daddy. Even we were checked out by her.
Yeah. Really? You mean when you would be going into trance?
Yeah, then she will sit to see how far we go, what we communicate. At that time it was so royal, and everyone knew that whatever Baba will say. And these days, Baba says it even on the stage, you do this, but they will still do what they want. So gradually that has lost,
Yeah. Yeah. Something gets lost, there's something gained and something lost. Yeah. And yesterday too, Baba was talking, I don't remember if it was a blessing or what it was, but it was about supports, about finishing supports. And I was thinking of it not so much in terms of, facilities or things like that, but when in a subtle way we make others our support. Now, I'm not talking about an emotional dependency, but on the field of service, even though we know everybody has to go away in the end, but that you count on somebody being there, this is their part of service, or something's going on, and you just assume that they're there, but then they're not there. So how to avoid this thing of feeling or forgetting that Baba is really the one that's doing it, and we're thinking that they should be here or they should be doing this. So how not to make others the support, even in service? Because it was something else he said that was interesting. He said about making effort. Don't make effort your support. Sounds like China coming in.
Effort is नहीं बनाना है. I think that one thing is
Sorry, I don't know about you, but I'm getting Chinese translation. Somebody needs to mute China.
Yeah, I'm thinking what words exactly what he used in Hindi.
Can you say that again, Didi? Because I didn't hear it.
No, I said that I have to think in what words really he said it. So we can look into that and then talk about it.
Which one? The one about support?
About the effort as support.
Oh, yeah. No, the support was, in fact, it was the blessing. He says making effort doesn't mean that you continue to make the same mistake again and again. By making effort, your support. So that
I think what he meant more was that you are not constantly making efforts.
Okay, right.
But when you need it, you make it a support.
Exactly.
That means, something obstacle is coming. Let's remember Baba.
Yes.
Let's do Yoga Bhatti. That kind of dependency.
Okay.
That's how I.
Right. No, you're right. I think you're right. What you said sounds right. And so the whole thing of letting go of temporary supports, your nature, your sanskars, adverse situations, they all are for show and deceptive, But as I say, this thing of how we don't realize sometimes that we in maybe a subtle way, that we make service companions our support, Not,
if
yeah.
don't do enough service, or if we don't do service, we feel very boring and dull and as if we're not doing anything. A lot of people, like many of us, doing more mansa seva, less through the words, but some are very dependent on, unless they do it through words, they don't feel very comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Service is seen more like, yagya seva is different than only thinking of service. Because we all are at yagya seva night. In the beginning, there was no lectures or reading Murli, or one person in whole yagya, Baba will speak Murli.
Yeah.
And it's not that we sat and read Murli. But we still felt very useful in the yagya because we are supporting yagya. One time I know Bhumi Ben was asking Dadi Janki if what we're doing, a lot of physical systems, and if someone else could do, we can do so much other service. And Dadi immediately said no. If you are not set up properly, if systems are not there, you won't be able to even do service. In the sense of it won't be successful. So every service, I think, is important one. Every service. If we see that way, that is important, then it's not we say, oh, I don't have service, or I want this service, that is dependency.
Right, but on service companions, we can also, in a subtle way, be dependent on service companions. You know, but if they're not there, it was something I remember in my days in London, I was a little surprised, you know, in my naivete or innocence, whatever, when Daddy would send people who were, I thought, key players, if you like, and she would, in a second, she would say, no, you go and do service in this country, or you go to that country, or whatever. And I'm thinking, well, why is she sending them when there's nobody here to do it? And that was, I mean, I remember being surprised by it, and I see all the seniors do this. I mean, so that you don't just allow people to get attached to a kind of a service,
Or a place of service.
or a place of service.
Or the companions of service.
Exactly, the companions of service. I feel that I see this as a lesson at the moment. Various things coming up and people not being available for good reasons, you know. But then it's like, okay, you have to remember who's in charge. That somebody else will show up. There'll be somebody else that'll take on that role or that part.
But there was issue, Dadi, with Baba and Dadi all the time. So even she traveled up to Chile with Dadi.
Right.
And of course, another one was Lachu Dadi,
Mm-hmm.
who will prepare food for Baba and Mama and Dadi. So I think these souls, they always stayed with them.
Yeah. But then, as I say, in the end, everybody goes away. And that's sort of what we're seeing now, that it's like all these that you didn't maybe even realize that you took some support from. You took the support just of their being there, the consistency of their being there and being available. It wasn't like you were calling them or meeting them or anything else, but just that thing that they're there.
But some are essential too.
Yeah.
You know, like the way Lachu Dadi served Baba, I don't think anyone else would have been able to do.
Really?
Or Ishu Dadi, one is writing Murli, which was very important. And of course, taking care of Bandari, Baba's Bandari.
Mm-hmm.
But this writing Murli was very, very important. At the right time, she writes, make copies, then it's send out, you know, important role.
Yeah.
And she, whatever Baba will speak, she will write.
Yeah, so that thing of being able to trust that the duty that they're given would be, you didn't need to think for somebody else to do it. Yeah. So, all right. I don't know if it was just something that came up yesterday. The difference in, asking the class, how many of you feel you're intelligent? So everybody, of course, thought they were intelligent. And then it's like, how many of you think you're wise? And so what's the difference in being intelligent and being wise?
Intellectual will have good reasoning, good power, good memory, good power to absorb. But wise person has kind of processed, kind of analyzed, and so what he's saying is not just the knowledge, but you are sensible. That means you have used knowledge and created that being sensible. So when you speak, you're not speaking just knowledge.
Information, yeah.
But yeah, what you benefit, what is the sense behind that. So it's deeper, you know.
Yeah,
Well, wisdom is deep.
beautiful. Thanks again, Didi.
Okay, nice to see you.
Okay, thank
Are you
you.
coming? Are
I
you
don't
coming?
think so. I don't think so.
We are missing you here.
Sweet of you. Right now, we're just making our preparations for. I have Maureen coming in this week, and then I have Enrique. He starts his
right.
tour on Thursday.
Okay.
Thanks again,
Okay.
Didi. Om Shanti.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, thank you. So tomorrow is Tuesday and our schedule from Amrit Vela 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. In the evening 5 to 6 p.m. English Avik Mulli revision. Together with that, in breakout room Avik Children Mulli class 6 o'clock Bhatti will start, followed by Hindi series, English series, and chit chat, and also Double Foreigners online program. The class will be by Mohini Didi, and that will be also we will show 8:30 a.m. in the morning. Thank you. Today Mohini Didi will be giving class for double foreigners in Gyan server, so we'll also connect with Avekti Parivar. Om Shanti. Let's remember Baba and take drishti from Didi.
तेरी याद में मैं मगन हो गया हूँ, तेरी याद में मैं मगन हो गया हूँ, न जाने मैं किस लोक में खो गया, न जाने मैं किस लोक में खो गया हूँ, तेरी याद में मैं मगन हो गया हूँ। मेरे दिल की बातें तो दिल से सुनता, कहूँ क्या मैं मुख से तू पहले ही सुनता, मेरे दिल की बातें तो दिल से सुनता, कहूँ क्या मैं मुख से तू पहले ही सुनता, तेरे प्यार की इंतहा अब कहाँ है, गगन से धरा मिल रही ये जहाँ है, तेरे प्यार की इंतहा अब कहाँ है, गगन से धरा मिल रही ये जहाँ है, गगन से धरा मिल रही ये जहाँ है। सो गया हूँ, तेरी याद में मैं मगन हो गया हूँ।
ओम शांति, ओम शांति।